dominance.
Okay. Hello. Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, hi Suresh. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suresh, can we go to your profile
Yes.
and experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Once again. Thank you for this opportunity in Capgemini. My name is Suresh Raju Vetkuri. I have overall experience in 4 years in IT. My relevant experience in Agile and Devops methodologies 3 years. Now, past 3 years of I have been working in Skylab Infotech and the build and release engineer. Well, coming to my skill set, hands-on experience in Linux and the provision of Git version control systems and the build tools Maven, and I am good experience in Jenkins and is CI/CD process is doing in automation way. I am hands-on experience of the written the playbooks and YAML file, and going to that microservices, so you can do it Docker files and Kubernetes manifest files, and this of the cluster is maintaining that way, and also working with the package manager of Kubernetes, Helm charts. Hands-on experience of doing my day-to-day life in infrastructure as a code and resource software building in AWS. This stuff is doing the better way to monitorization of the Prometheus Grafana in the Kubernetes cluster. And well, coming to my roles and responsibilities, the end-to-end pipeline is smoothly running or not is doing the build and release engineer for functionality of the day-to-day my life. and also using with Maven and doing the artifacts generated, the storing of the binary repository, whatever repository choosing that way. This is the my side of the overview.
Yeah, thanks, Suresh.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. How you rate yourself in Git?
Out of
Out of 5? Yeah, out of 5.
3.
Yeah, that's okay. Can you tell me the difference between Git fetch and Git pull?
Git fetch is the new content of the repository to download that locally. You can ask me on Git fetch and Git pull.
Yes.
Git pull is combination of fetch and merge. Is doing that way. It is the pull to that particular branch or repository to that locally.
Yeah. Can you tell me the difference between SVC and Git?
Git is it is source control version control system, and SVC is doing in a different way to implementation of it is a subversion. It is not using that particular activity, but it is all that particular is not a binary files is doing in every file is that SVC, but Git is that is the only binary files are storing that particular project enrollment. That is way to implementation of that particular stuff, the Git and SVC.
What is Git stash? Do you have an idea?
Git stash is for example, workplace is doing in some branches is working, some suddenly we can jump to the another branch, some work is stopping this branch, and that branch's work is continuous. So the git stash command is not lose that particular data in this branch, that complete that after jumping to that particular another branch, the completed to again repush that particular in this branch previous branch. That is no data loss in that particular file git stash.
Yeah, and Git there is a command Git rebase. What does it do?
Git rebase is nothing but comparison to merge. Git rebase is the current that is the particular it is the particular repository, particular remote repository to the locally. Git rebase command is doing.
Okay. Yeah. What is the cherry pick in Git?
Cherry pick is doing the common activities. You have two branches that there. Some files M1, M2, M3, for example, D1, D2, one branch, and second branch is M1, M2, M3, and D1, D2, H1, H2. This combination of two branches merge to that particular the interrupted of common things are happening to the next branch. That is the cherry picks doing.
Okay. And what are the branching strategies you used in your projects?
Actually, my project is one master branch. It's doing in particular all the activities merged to the master branch. One development branch there. It is development. All the stuff is a development side branch, and the future branch is can any further activities to shift in that future. And hotfix branches that any bugs or issues are facing that way to pull that particular it is the production side issues. They have to any kind of code checking of that particular activities in production. You can pick up that hotfix, you can fix it after that merge to that future branch again and check it and merge to master branch. This is the branching strategies on my side.
Okay. And how you will match the feature branch to from develop? Suppose you have feature branch,
Yeah.
you want to match that to develop. So what is the way to match?
You can first you can follow that process, you can that particular production side, it is the master branch. All the developments completed to the master, running of the code is the picking that CI/CD process. That is the any issues facing in the master, you can to pick up the code in this branch is shifting to that code in this branch. Particular activities doing that locally, it get committed that branch and merge to master branch. That is a way to implementation of that future and master.
In between there is a process. So
Yes, that I consider the process there.
which process you followed?
It is explained that one is a process can pick up the code in this future branch.
And who will the merge the branch, future branch to develop?
Yes, that is the process you can take that way.
Okay. Do you know peer?
What?
Peer.
Yes.
What does it mean?
PR is nothing but proof report. Is calling about.
So suppose you want to what I'm saying is you have feature branch, you want to develop merge into develop branch.
Yes.
There is a process called peer pull request is there,
Pull
no,
request,
right?
yes. Sorry about that. Is nothing but another word.
Yeah.
Yes, actually is doing in CI/CD process. Basically, this is the way to build and release engineer.
Okay. Yeah, coming to AWS,
Okay.
how many years of experience do you have on AWS?
2 years.
2 years. What are the different AWS services you worked on?
EC2 and load balancers, security group, and
Okay.
VPC subnets.
Okay.
Sorry.
What are the types of EBS volumes and their use cases? Given?
Actually, VPC is based off some
EBS.
what?
What are the types of EBS? Block storages.
Yes. EBS volume. It is the EBS volume. It is one type of volume is the EBS. The different types of EBS volumes are not there. The volumes is categories about, so one type of volume is EBS in AWS terminology.
Okay.
Sorry, are you audible?
Yes.
EBS
I'm
volume
audible.
is nothing but it is attached to that particular resources of AWS. It is the volume to can attach to the any instance. You can attach to that particular ABC instance. You can detach it after attach it to that particular other instances also. It is EBS volume. The comparison between my question is for you. EBS volumes.
Yeah.
My you comparison, you are identified that it is the AWS you are working to. It is imposed to you, and EBS and root volumes. How to identify that?
Sorry.
How to identify EBS and root volumes? Some important point is there. EBS volumes and root volumes.
Yeah. I'm asking actually what are the types of EBS volumes? There are two types of EBS volumes,
Okay.
SSD types and HDD types.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Inside of that. Yeah. Okay. I am comparison that it is the remember point. EBS volumes there is no snapshots. Root volumes
Yeah,
are the
okay.
snapshots. Root volumes is taken the snapshot. You can across the various regions also using. EBS wall is not
Yes.
a snapshot, is not a transform one region to another region.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Correct. And what is the advantage of IM role?
IM role is doing in organization and best practices to that particular users can assign that particular role. You can access that only some resources are access to that particular user. That is the advantage. That
Sure.
roles and policies. You can access that roles are there. You can access that group policies. You can about that particular activities doing in the particular person. You can access that particular resources also. That is the way to implementation of AWS. It is a secure way. One thing is secure way, and
Yeah.
there is one interrupted that another persons individually access key and secrets are there in particular users.
Yeah. Okay. What are the uses of tags in AWS resources?
Yes,
Like every resource
tags.
we have
Yeah,
tag,
yeah.
right?
Tag is nothing but identification of that particular resource. Whatever what inside of the applications running, what inside of that particular process is running, the tag is indicated in the. You can identify that my dashboard. We can see the data centers also can tags there. Every instance you can tag there. Tag is identify that particular instance, whatever running inside of the instance.
Yeah.
What are the particular operations are running inside of the instance. That is the tag is doing that.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, do you have no experience on shell script?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What does mean the to dollar star dollar hash dollar question mark like?
Yes, yes. It is the variables and assign that variables.
What does mean dollar question mark?
It is the request for the to can see the for example dollar question mark is equal to 0 to server is up or not. It can script there. That is the way to assign that what is the pinging or not, server is working or not, question mark is there. To can loop there, that particular thing you have to find out working or not. It is the questioning activity, which is the some variable, that is the $1, $2, $3 assign that dollar question mark is there. That is
So,
way to ping that particular
yeah,
server or not.
I just typed in chart echo dollar question mark. What is the output of this?
What please again, echo dollar.
Yeah, I just entered in chart. Can you check in your chart?
What's check? Chart box is not available.
Not available. There is a chart box, is there, right?
My side of it is share the screen. My screen is sharing.
No.
Chat box is not allowed to that not a permission is denied whatever activities to do in this dashboard. You can send it message for the chat box, allow or not. You can there. Settings also not there, but chat box is not displayed. Share the screen once again. Any issue there?
No. I'm just sending actually.
Okay.
You're not getting that command
Yeah.
in chat box?
Chat box is not displayed my side.
No issue. No issue. If I enter echo dollar question mark, what is the output in Linux?
Echo dollar question mark.
Yeah.
It is the inverted commas or nothing is doing that echo dollar question mark is the displaying of something happens that way. It is not trying. I am pushing to whatever server is picking up, not is a scripting way to implementation. Using that dollar question mark, the condition of there.
I'm just asking just output of this dollar question mark. Output, what is the output?
Okay.
Like you enter ls command, it will display the list of
List
the
of the
files.
files. Yeah.
Like it will display one echo
Echo
dollar
command
question
is
mark.
the it is the real print of that particular activity. You can mess up
Yeah.
that way. Dollar.
Yes.
It is the dollar symbol question mark.
Okay. Suppose if you want to monitor the like service is running or not, how will monitor the using the shell scripting?
Yes, yes. You can. Script is created. It is doing in commands. It is a grep command. You can top command using the what is the services using, what is the services running or not. The process is running. Yeah.
Okay. How you check open ports in Linux?
Open
What are the
ports.
open ports? Yeah.
Is the SSH port is Linux.
No. What are the like opening ports? Which ports are opened or not? Like you have to check, right?
Yeah.
To display the all ports. Like
Okay.
if you want to display the all ports in Linux, what are the ports are opening or not? Like SSH, HTTP, Nginx ports, Jenkins ports. These
Okay.
ports are open or not? How you will check?
Um, okay. Some activities doing in particular things in Jenkins server, but some inbound and outbound rules there. Some ports is opening 8080 port. It can connect to the Ansible server. You can nodes is connected SSH port. You open. That is way to implementation. It is actually is billion
Actually,
decisions for that part.
there is one command.
Yes.
Actually, there
Yeah.
is a command to
Yeah.
what is the ports are opened.
Yes. Yes.
What is the command?
What's the command? That command is please repeat
Actually,
again.
there is one command. How you will check the open ports on Linux?
Yes, yes. That question is I am understanding, but uh, some task is
Netstat is there?
yes, yes.
Do you know netstat? Tell me that command.
Nested or yes, nested is particular is a free hyphen m is command. Vstat is the command is the free space of disk checking right now. It is the basically I am doing in my depart. I am not a department work. It is my workplace is my is not a team work, but is explain about this area. Okay. It is the servers based of questions. It is a Linux based of questions.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
it is doing in AWS and build and release engine Kubernetes clusters. I am related day-to-day activity.
Okay.
The type of
Yeah,
questions asking.
yeah. No, this is a basic command, right?
Yes,
Which servers are you using actually?
it's a Jenkins server using. I am building
Uh,
slave servers using Jenkins and slave missions are using.
okay.
It is a Kubernetes clusters are using. Is
Uh,
EKS clusters.
It is there. Those are Linux or Windows?
It is Linux.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, process is doing is the top command is process. What is the checks of disk space d-f. That is the way to implementation. Um, that is a different comments. You can ping the server or not. You can script there. The IP addresses if config is doing the IP addresses. That's particular
Okay.
servers. Um, it's doing multiple activities. It is the Prometheus Grafana has a dashboard of different ports. Not ports are which ports are opening, or clusters
Yeah.
are there. My side
Okay.
of
Okay.
activity is the logs are
Yeah.
checking for Splunk
No
is
issue.
there.
No issue.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Suppose your site is throwing 500 error. How you will start the troubleshooting that?
500 error.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am facing that issue. Is not a facing that issue. 404 error is there. Is not connecting. It is server is it is corrupted. It is the Jenkins server is corrupted. 404 error there. That is the troubleshooting for the server is not working. 0 by 2 checks is failed. It is AWS. That is a reboot after again. That is the major issue. One thing, one side of the issue is facing that one portion of time. Again, that not
Okay.
completed in the still date.
Okay. Okay. No issue.
Okay.
Uh, How you log into as a remote server to the SSH?
Yeah.
Suppose your user is not able to log into a remote server using SSH. What could be the possible reasons?
The user is taken actually connected to that SSH server is ansible of master to node, which configuration is doing, which server is playbooks is running or not. You taken that particular nodes. That is the way to my side of knowledge.
Okay. Okay. No issue.
Your question is please repeat it again. Sorry.
A user is not able to log into the remote server. What could be the reasons? Is not able to log into the remote server. Like you have a EC2 instance in AWS. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. User is not able to log in. If he has PEM key also.
You okay? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What could be
I-
the reason? Yeah.
it is also in PEM key. I- it is a connection of um, username also is correct. Is not connecting the server. What is the
Yes.
reason? The
Uh,
two reasons there. One is the problem is facing in open that it is facing that particular server of which cloud is provided. That is server is running or not first check that particular
okay.
person. After that you can not connecting or not. If two checks are passed, you can connect successfully. One check is initially stage is not possible in the cloud servers.
Okay. What are the statistics in AWS?
Status it is a statistics. It is a 2 by 2
Yeah.
statistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
What does mean?
it
I
is
will find with.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
it is the once machine is running in it's basically I am real world to get my PC is running. What is the hardware and software configuration? Hardware is once software is corrupted, hardware is working, but
Okay.
two checks are failed. 0 to
Okay.
0 to bypass. That is the
Yeah.
statistics. The way to
Yeah. No issue.
implementation of that particular activity. This is a basically is not a sometimes rare reasons for that the cloud side. That is the failure. Once that failure, you can reboot it. The solution for that.
Okay. Okay. No issues. Can you tell me your understanding of CI/CD?
The CI/CD process is end-to-end automation way. My workplace is
Okay.
doing in some CI server. Sorry, CI server. CI is a completely continuous integration. Continuous integration part is can declarative way to implementation of the pipeline script. Different stages and steps there, that pipeline. That pipeline you can build and test, deploy is the 3 phases of CI/CD process. First of I am explain about the CI process.
Okay.
The developers in this branch to pull the master branch to code is merged to the master branch to pull the code in Jenkins server, CI server. To can test it and build that particular Maven is build, the artifacts is generated. Once build is completed, is another step is followed. Build is failure, your Slack notification is there. Is the developer side and DevOps engineer side. The Slack notification is completely based on the immediate build is success or not. Another process is taken, build is success, to take the artifact storage in an access repository, the versioning purpose, and in between of the quality of the gates, checking of the sonar cube to check the report of the developer. After that, to create this raw code to artifact. Artifact is creation of the Docker file is there, GitHub repository. That Docker file is activated to a private repository to containerization. The container is deployed into the particular Kubernetes cluster in AWS. That is the complete CI/CD process, continuous delivery and continuous deployment of the Kubernetes cluster. My side of.
Okay. Okay. Do you know any alternative tool other than Jenkins? CI/CD tool.
Bamboo,
Yeah.
GitLab.
Okay. 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 What type of jobs you have configured in your Jenkins?
Freestyle jobs and pipeline jobs.
That's it. 2 only.
Yeah. Is actually this piece of code is the product some issues are there. Some basically ticket is rising from the particular activities doing that particular feedback is getting to the end users. To can prepare the
No.
code and that particular yes, pipeline is there. That is the code is generated. After code is the
Yeah.
pipeline is
Tell me
created.
only what I am asking,
Yeah.
please. What is the difference between freestyle and pipeline jobs?
Freestyle means you can process that single way to implementation of the artifact is generated. It is pipeline means you can different jobs, different branches of code is integrated of the pipeline. One by upstream and downstream jobs can run through that particular artifacts is generated to package in proper manner, deploying to the
Okay.
Kubernetes cluster. Different
Okay.
stages are there, pipeline.
Okay. Can you write pipeline?
Yes.
Can you please share screen and do the 2 steps of the pipeline?
Okay. Yes. Screen is here.
Yes.
Yes. The notepad is open.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, is the declarative pipeline and also I am writing a scripted way to Groovy script.
You are comfortable. Yeah. You can write.
It is a declarative pipeline. Is first of all you can pipeline. It is a declarative way. Agent any. Okay, agent any. Different stages or steps. Stages. Stage is inside of stage.
Okay.
Stage. It is the build stage. You can create the build in this portion, and you can steps there. Step.
Okay. 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 Stopped.
Step echo. Yes, echo.
Yeah. That's it. Enough.
Okay. Yeah.
What is the difference between declarative and the scripted pipeline?
It is the declarative pipeline is the human readable. Everyone is doing what performances to do. Scripted groovy pipeline is some kind of hoop statements and if loop and the loop statements are there. That particular
Okay.
programmatic language, you can identify that group is definition. We can uh, app
Okay.
build in this process. You can write it in this way.
Okay.
It is a groovy scripting.
Okay. Uh, in Jenkins, so there is a build stage,
Yeah,
build section. The build triggers are there. What are the triggers are there? Can you explain this?
it is a build stage. You can steps and echo. It is the build stages. Building process is the Maven commands. Maven is integrated that particular in this area. The Maven there,
Okay.
sh Maven. Maven commands, you can push the artifact is generated. The credentials are to take in the server, and this push the credentials and artifacts is generated.
Yeah. What is the difference between build periodically and poll SCM?
Build periodically means you can access that periodically. That process is done in particular certain time to stages level to periodical way to implementation of the build. It is polysem means you can access that day, time, hours and minutes and some that is the star way. It is the cron jobs is there. That is the way polysem is building. That is the process to build periodically or polysem.
Tell me about poll SCM. Poll SCM, what do you do? I can
Polysem is doing in cron jobs methodology.
poll SCM. Okay.
Polysem because to do jobs is again build and trigger, again build and trigger. That is the way to implementation of your time zone. You can
Okay.
ask in the star hyphen to, that is the cron job methodology, the process of
Okay.
polysem.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know idea about multi-branch pipeline?
Yes, yes.
What does it mean?
The multi-branch pipeline is doing the workloads of one job is running master and two jobs running in slaves machines. That is workload transformed to that particular which missions are slave missions. That is the upstream and downstream jobs are configured. That is the multi-stage pipelines is there. It is the scripting way to implementation of the multi-stage pipeline. The stages
Okay.
of the difference of stages 1, stages 2, stages 3. The stages inbuilt of the stage, you can declare that this pipeline. That is the way to
Okay.
multi-branch.
Okay. Okay. No issue.
The actually
Uh.
the
Okay.
Git branches, it's doing in different branches that assigned to that particular branch, the build it, the particular branch
Okay. No.
code.
Okay. No issue.
Okay.
And uh, how you rate yourself Docker and Kubernetes out of 5?
4.
Okay. Can you explain about the architecture of the Docker?
Docker architecture has 3 stages of architecture. One is Docker client, Docker engine, or Docker registry. Docker
Okay.
client is doing in the different overall of Docker architecture of the heart of the Docker. It is the run, build, and test. We can the commands is running of the interactive of the Docker engine. The Docker engine consists of Docker daemon and also including of the Docker images and containers. It is a locally inbuilt of the Docker engine. Yeah, as per the Docker engine is on top of that your base OS. The
Okay.
Docker engine is
Uh,
accessible of registry. The registry is to interact with any image on container in this locally. You can search that registry. The registry is the Docker hub to can pick up the image and build it container. This is the
okay.
architecture of Docker.
Okay, what is the difference between Docker image and container?
Docker image is nothing but a snapshot. It is a template. It is a lightweight configuration of that particular image.
Okay.
Container is
Okay.
empirical unit of the Docker. It is empty OS. Is based off any application running on the container.
Okay. Okay. What is the Docker Compose?
Docker Compose is doing in some particular activities in Docker images, in Docker container activities in Docker Compose.
Okay. Can you tell me the reason why container networking is so important?
Container networking is very important because the containers one is corrupted, other one is running. Some that particular application is running under both of you. That particular activities is doing in separately is not access to that particular container. You can push that. You can access the container is the IP address and the port number. That is IP address port number not working, but to access that network to hold the containers, the communication, the application is running on another container, same application is access that particular activity. That is way to the workload sharing in the network.
Okay. Can you explain different value mount types available in Docker?
Different
Different value mount types.
different volumes.
Yeah. What are the types of
The
volumes in
volumes,
Docker?
the Docker volumes, you can use that server have TMPFs volumes there, mount volumes, and volumes taken Docker. There is three types of
Okay.
volumes are there.
Okay. Uh, what is the kernel version of your Docker container?
Docker container kernel version.
Yes.
The container of inside of the kernel version.
Yeah. What is the kernel version of container? Docker container.
The container is a Docker exex execute that particular inside of the container IP if config is doing in the container kernel.
Okay. Actually, how much default memory is allocated to Docker container? Default memory allocation. How much?
It is lightweight. It is which you are talking about OS based and image based containers.
Oh, image based container
Yeah,
only,
yeah.
Docker container. If you want to run the Docker container,
In below 1 GB.
yeah, it's need some memory, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, what is the default memory?
The default memory in below 1 GB. Yeah, there
Okay.
is.
Is there any way restricts the how much memory of the we can allocate to the container?
In Kubernetes, basically allocate the containers persistence claims there. That is allocate the containers it is the Docker is basically disadvantage of that particular activity. Containers are some 500 MB, 600 MB, the total memory storage.
No,
Uh,
no, no, no.
yeah,
No. Stop, stop. Okay. Suppose in Kubernetes we have pods, right?
yeah.
How you can allocate resources to the pod?
It is the deployment and services.
No, resources means I want to some 4 CPUs for the my pod. 4 CPUs and
Yes, yes,
256
yes, yes.
MB RAM
Yeah.
I need. So how you can allocate for them pods?
It is the persistence volumes there. That is the persistence volumes you can The containers inside of the services is running
No,
that
no,
the
no, no.
persistence what
There
is
is
there.
no. There is a concept called resource limit, right, in
Yes, yes,
Kubernetes.
yeah.
So there we can allocate. How many service types in Kubernetes? Can you explain that?
The services types in Kubernetes is three types of services types. One is cluster IP and a node port
Okay.
and load balancer.
Okay. So suppose I want to connect my pod to external world. How you connect?
It is actually you can one application is running in the cluster. You can
Yeah.
access only the cluster is the cluster IP. Do you allocate the outside the world? You can change the node port. You can allocate that IP address and to generate the port number also node port. That is the port and IP addresses to access the outside the world. The application.
Okay. Do you know about the ingress controllers?
Yes, yes.
What does that mean?
Ingress controllers is the roles and activities of the networking side to create that
Okay.
inside of the cluster ingress.
Okay. What is the replica set?
The replica set is basically two specific number of pods can get run inside the nodes. That is the replica set.
Okay. What is the kube scheduler? What does it do?
It is a cube scheduler is mainly in the part of cube master. Cube scheduler is which nodes are configurations, which pods are running, which nodes, what is the scheduling that way to master in the schedulers do.
Okay. What is the API server?
The API server is to interact with of programming level of the node servers. You can the many activities doing in interactive way to CLI to kubectl,
Okay.
the command to interactive way to all the cluster of doing in the node servers also.
Okay. What is tails and tolerations in Kubernetes?
It is tails and tolerations. I am not idea about that particular activities.
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
the
No issue.
deployment
No issue.
sections. That is
Okay.
it.
What is a node affinity? Do you have an idea?
No, there is no
Oh,
knowledge. I am writing in that particular deployment. It is the manifest files there. That is the way to services and deployments, Kubernetes
okay.
activities. There is my side of
Okay.
deployment section. The application running in the deployment, what happens in the application running or not.
Okay. Uh, Explain the deployment.
The deployment is the resource object in the Kubernetes, which can extract the updates of the application life cycles, a number of pods are running in versioning of purpose of the pod. You can roll back updates. Can deploy is working in the Kubernetes cluster.
Okay. Can you have multiple containers in a single pod?
Yeah,
Why should maintain that multiple containers?
it is multiple containers is doing the services running. What is the applications are running? Where the you can requirement of the pod capability, you can
Okay.
that is the way to implementation as per base of applications.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Suresh. I'm done with my end.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
You
you.
want to ask something?
Yes, yes.
Do you have any questions?
Yes, yes. In these roles and responsibilities, what is happening in this position? You can mention that what is roles and responsibilities day to day.
Actually, there is no particular roles and responsibilities in here. They are communicating with some clients actually. So
Okay.
that
Mm-hmm.
yeah. If you got selected, you will map to the some client section. Yes.
Okay, okay. That is the way to implementation of the CI/CD process
Yeah.
or any cluster and server side of activities.
Yeah, there is mainly Kubernetes and Docker and AWS and Jenkins.
Okay.
Jenkins, you can implement that. So, do you have an idea about share library things?
What? Sorry.
Share library
Yes,
in
yes, yeah,
Jenkins.
yeah. Yes. Share
Yeah, I
folders.
have to. Yeah, share library is there.
Okay.
So there we can implement the CI/CD pipelines and enhancement of the CI/CD pipelines actually.
Okay.
And like optimizing you have bigger lines of the pipelines, right? You have to
Mm-hmm.
optimize those pipelines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there
Okay.
we can. Yeah, you can get it the update from the HR.
Okay.
I will give the feedback my to HR. There you can get the feed
Okay,
update,
okay.
right?
Thank you very
Yeah,
much. Today I'm talking to
yeah,
the different questions are asking and entirely the process of DevOps engineer. I am. It is much more interesting today. I'm very uh, happy and interactive section.
yeah.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Tushar.
thank
Yeah,
you,
thank you so much. Have a
thank
good
you.
day.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Bye.